after the fact.
Tell you-
Especially with the healthcare thing.
Tell you why it's good.
Yeah, and I kept calling them all the time, stop, don't you do this. I will never vote for you if you vote for this. And he keeps sending us stuff over the internet, and this is where it is. You know, it's like, leave me alone, I already told you, I'm not gonna vote for you if you do.
That's the key.
See things as if we're supporters.
Yeah,
Yeah, as if we're supporters of it,
Yeah,
you know?
at least open. Well, that's the key about the record. You can talk about a good game. And I see Mark Schauer sends out a mailer that says, I fought for the taxpayer, I voted against $250 million of taxpayer pork. Then we find out that the votes were for amendments that never passed. I voted for those same amendments. I offered some of those same amendments. The Democrat majority wouldn't let them pass. But we put them up anyway to get some on record. Well, they give a guy like him, because they know he's targeted, they give him the opportunity to Mark, vote for anyone you want and think towards in the district. We expect you to be with us in the final bill and final passage. And sure enough, none of those $250 million of pork go out. And they're still in the bill when it comes up for final passage. Who votes for it? Mark Schauer. So he tells you I voted against this. I stood for you. And he doesn't go the rest of the way and say, but I ended up voting for the bill anyway with all of it. Now that's the type of thing that is a record. And for Mark Schauer and myself to be able to go mano a mano, one-on-one, record versus record, 2 years in Congress, each of us, on a lot of similar issues, where he voted for cap and trade. I offered an all-of-the-above energy plan that produced total independence for our country from any other provider of resources for energy. If we would use it, everything from nuclear power to wind and solar and all of the good stuff in between that we ought to be using, petroleum, natural gas, coal, clean coal technology, all of that's there. He wants to cap and tax us, to make us more subservient to the outside interests of energy, and less secure, and less jobs, an economy that goes away from us. He voted for, as you know, you mentioned, the health care bill. I offered a comprehensive, patient-centered, private sector, free market approach to health care reform. But as I had meetings like this and larger meetings in the district, I found overwhelming support for my approach of saying, let's give incentives to the individual taxpayers like we give to small businesses. Let's give them the same tax rate if they purchase health care for their family or themselves. Let's expand the usability of health savings accounts and the scope of an HSA. Let's allow associated health plans so that we can have small businesses join together in economy of scale. So they can purchase health care with a larger number in their pool, like the big three. Why not do that? Let's deal with tort reform by putting a cap on non-economic damages to reduce the frivolous lawsuits that add cost to all of us and really make it difficult for medical providers to provide health care without going way overboard with tests and procedures. All of those things put in place, including allowing the purchasing health care across state lines, would expand the competition, the variety, and the opportunity for us to make good decisions, and ultimately then for the government with the tax break to say, attaboy, attagirl, you've done good. You're taking care of yourself. And there are no mandates, no taxes in that proposal, and it was 150 pages of it. And read it.
Yeah, and the guy who just appointed the chief Medicaid and Medicare, who just come right out and said that he thinks it's redistribution. Health insurance is what? Redistribution. And the people that are, and this guy also is in full liking to the idea of go back to the death conditions, you know?
And said,
For,
wealthier people are healthy people. And some will have to go away.
Some have children.
Everybody else is.
Well, I heard it remarked that socialist medicine is the best. Is that where we're headed?
We have arrived there with the passage of this legislation.
And this guy didn't